Here's something that might surprise you. Up to 80% of new mothers experience the baby blues, but many don't realize there's a critical difference between those temporary feelings and the deeper struggle of postpartum depression that affects 1 in 7 women.
Those numbers really put this issue into perspective. And what's even more striking is how many women suffer in silence because of the stigma.
You know what fascinates me about this whole topic? The way music therapy is emerging as this powerful tool for maternal mental health. Recent studies show that something as simple as humming can actually trigger neurological changes that help regulate our emotional state.
Hmm. Tell me more about how that works exactly.
Well, it's all connected to this amazing thing called the vagus nerve. Think of it like this superhighway between our brain and body. When we make certain vocal sounds, it actually stimulates this nerve and triggers our body's natural relaxation response. Pretty incredible, right?
That's fascinating. And I imagine this could be particularly valuable for new mothers who are already singing to their babies.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. A recent study showed that mothers who engaged in regular music therapy sessions during the first 3 months postpartum showed a 60% reduction in depression symptoms compared to the control group.
Oh, wow, those are significant results. What kind of music therapy techniques were they using?
So they use this really innovative approach called musical prescription, basically creating personalized playlists that match where you are emotionally, but can gradually shift you to where you want to be. If you're feeling anxious, they might start with music that matches that energy, but slowly transitions to calmer pieces.
The practical applications of this seem really valuable for new mothers who might be struggling.
You know what really struck me? There was this case study about a mother who had experienced a traumatic birth. She couldn't bond with her baby at all, but through music therapy, she created this personal lullaby that became like a bridge between them. Over time, that simple song helped heal both her trauma and their relationship.
That's such a powerful example of how music can facilitate healing on multiple levels.
And here's something else that's really crucial to understand: the difference between regular baby blues and postpartum depression. Like the baby blues typically last a few days to maybe 2 weeks after giving birth, but postpartum depression? That's a whole different beast.
So, what are the key warning signs that someone might be dealing with more than just baby blues?
Well, with postpartum depression, we're talking about intense feelings of worthlessness that don't go away, difficulty bonding with the baby, withdrawal from family and friends, and these symptoms persist well beyond those first couple of weeks. Some mothers even experience thoughts of harming themselves or their baby, which is why early intervention is so critical.
Those symptoms sound really overwhelming. What kind of support systems are available?
That's where I think the landscape of maternal mental health care is really evolving in exciting ways. We're seeing this beautiful integration of traditional therapy approaches with more innovative treatments, like music therapy. And get this, some hospitals are now actually incorporating music therapy into their standard postpartum care protocols.
The combination of approaches makes so much sense, especially given how complex postpartum depression can be.
You know what might be helpful? If we tried that simple grounding exercise that's been showing such promising results in clinical studies. It's super simple but incredibly effective.
That's a great idea. Would you walk us through it?
So, everyone listening, find a comfortable position if you can. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and as you exhale, make a gentle humming sound. Mmm. Feel those vibrations in your chest and throat. The research shows this simple practice can reduce anxiety levels by up to 30% in just 1 minute.
The accessibility of this technique is really remarkable. No special equipment needed, just your own voice and breath.
Exactly, and that's really the heart of what we're discussing today. These practical, accessible tools that can make a real difference in managing postpartum depression and anxiety. Whether it's humming, singing, or just listening to carefully chosen music, these approaches offer real hope and tangible support for mothers who are struggling.
That message of hope is so important, especially for anyone feeling isolated in their experience right now.
Before we wrap up, I want to emphasize something crucial. Seeking help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. The data shows that early intervention can reduce the duration and severity of postpartum depression by up to 50%. You don't have to figure it all out alone.
That's such a powerful note to end on. Thank you for this important conversation.
Thank you, and to all the mothers listening, your feelings are valid, your struggles are real, and your healing journey matters. Take it one day, one breath, one note at a time.